What's going on, everyone? Just setting things up. Let's see here. Just got a funny little story to tell. Um, I'm a start like basically just being a little entertaining, okay? Because stuff happens and it'd be like, well, it'd be kind of like humorous. So the sake for just kind of things, I'm just gonna post certain things that, just like for example, this caller that I'm gonna post. This guy been calling me for like, man, I want to say since at least the summertime. I want to say, and he wants to get like a service call, but he's not 100% on being able to, like, one, come up with the money, two, it's always like some excuse. I don't know if this guy is working for some more. I don't know who this guy is as far as, man. I don't know. I don't even really care about stuff like that. Like, I used to be like, really worried about stuff like that, but like it just kind of just like weird. Like, I get like I tried to get, okay, for example, I'll tell you like some tripped out calls I got, because I did Yelp reviews at one time, but and I'm gonna talk about Yelp. One of my future videos, I'm gonna talk about Yelp and Google advertising and stuff like that. But I paid a lot of money for Yelp, and I had a lot of people call, and I would give people my information, but Yelp pays for all of that. Like, you're not getting anything for free with them. But anyway, this guy, he was one of those guys from Yelp that pretty much I got his information, and I reached out to him first because he was looking for some services. Long story short, the man's been calling me periodically throughout, I would say, from now on, about 5 to 6 month period. From a 5 to 6 month period, this guy's been calling every 1 or 2 months or something like that. Now, I don't know. I don't think that this person is like somebody like strange or anything. Well, what I mean by strange, like he's got some type of covert, motive or anything. Because I initially reached out to him. This wasn't no person that reached out to me. Okay, so but I've had situations like this before. When I had my store, I've had people that some people, I'll tell you, they call you because they're bored. People actually, they reach out to you because you are literally the only person they could talk to. People so yeah, I got YouTube playing in the background. So but yeah, this guy, I'm gonna play this video, and actually it's an audio clip. I'm like, I was outside and I'm trying to get some type of video recorder on my phone. I'm gonna go through my phone and actually see what I got, because I get another thing is that I get a lot of telemarketing calls. So, I got to get me a good recorder so I can get those calls, because, man, those guys, man, they're very entertaining. They'll cuss you out and stuff like that. But I put a little snippet of those calls on my videos, but I'm gonna play this audio clip, and I'm gonna just show you one of my potential customers. And then, yeah, I'm definitely, if you know anything about marketing, do not email me. Post your information in the comment section at the end of this video. If you like somebody that you're a good cold caller, or you're some type of like lead generator, yeah, man, post your you know, if you got a channel or something, post your post something in the comment section. But anyway, I'm gonna play this this little clip here. I'm gonna pause it, and we gonna talk about this I call them customer friendly. Multiple services. So for example, the last service call I did, the guy, he needed 2 computers repaired. So that included that with the 170.
Yeah, okay. I'm not far from that myself. I see. Okay.
Now let me confirm this is playing on the playback. Hold on 1 second. Make sure this is playing on the playback. Okay, yeah, it's playing pretty good. So we gonna continue on, and we gonna talk about this customer friendly, I call them.
Well, I don't know. When I come to that file, the results are often disappointing. I told him to ask him something simple to transfer some videos that I recorded myself, and he says to say doesn't know why he can't get them onto the memory card. All he can do is transfer them to the phone. That's not what I want. I want to put them to the damn card, but he doesn't know how.
I can't even get a word in. This guy's just, man, you know. But what he's saying is actually absolutely true. It's a wide variety of services that Best Buy does not basically do. They don't do a lot of things other, you know, like just kind of smaller uh, service providers or support providers do. They do basic stuff, and this guy, he's a typical customer. Typical customer. He's trying to go to Best Buy to save him, and he doesn't know the broke genius is the only person that could save him. But he keeps calling Best Buy to try to, or going to Best Buy, because I understand it. See, goes back into my other videos. You young people or whatever, you people putting out all of these like you know, theories and stuff like that. I believe, or I think, you know, well, this guy is going to a brick and mortar's location, okay, Best Buy, you know, and this just pretty much continues on my old argument. You know, he's going there because they're easy. They're got a big old store, beautiful scenery, surroundings, and everything. And you know, they're open. They, you know, have whatever you need as far as, you know, techs and gadgets and stuff like that for the most part. And he went there and they don't have everything he needs. They don't offer the services. And what I'm telling him is, you know, basically that, you know, a lot of people that start at Best Buy, that's like their first IT job, straight out of A+ school. They go work for Best Buy, you know, and then after a year or two, they got Best Buy on their resume as their first job. That's pretty much like, that's the equivalent of Kobe throwing Shaquille O'Neal alley-oops for a slam dunk. I mean, basically, you got that on your resume as a starting job for Best Buy. You're shooting to the moon after that. So a lot of those guys don't stay and have seniority, you know. So I'm gonna continue on. Most Best Buy techs are 1 to 2 years of experience. They get some experience at Best Buy and then they just go work in corporate America, make 3 to 4 times as much. So they just they have a lot of entry level technicians.
A lot to learn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, entry level. That's putting it mildly. Yeah. Oh, this guy doesn't know. Every time I come here, I'm usually disappointed with the results.
Yeah, I've
every time I come here.
Mm-hmm. I have 14 years of experience in computer support.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, you teach a class, these guys, Lord. I
already did that, sir. I already did that, sir. I did that back in 2008. I worked for CPS. I'm breathing heavy because I was outside shoveling snow. I was gonna say Officer Friendly because in my high school we had a guy by the name of Officer Friendly. People that know me, they know, and they went to high school with me, they know Officer Friendly. But I was outside shoveling snow, and yeah, I'm out of shape, but I was actually, because I don't really have anything to record other than my computer, I was running to the computer to press record from outside because this guy was talking, and I was trying to get this on the recorder because, I mean, this guy, he's just kind of slightly funny to me a little bit. But yeah, that I'm gonna continue on. Computer teacher.
Oh wow.
Let me backtrack. I already did that, sir.
Enormous, a great deal to learn.
I already did that, sir. I did that back in 2008. I worked for CPS. I was a computer teacher.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, they still need your services. They have a lot more to learn.
Sure.
Well, thanks a lot, Bill. Next time, once and for all, we're gonna finally get this schedule. I've been so overwhelmed with all these damn bills and everything else. That's why we haven't been able to get this yet. I'm rather anxious to do so.
Okay.
It's been it hasn't been the best of years so far.
Yeah.
But yes. So
he gonna get his stimulus check. Maybe he give the broke genius a call. I don't know, man. All I know is I get some of the strangest calls that you ever want to hear. I had a lady literally call me from I don't know where. It was a number, I want to say somewhere in rural America. This chick called me and sound like an older white lady, basically somewhere in rural, somewhere country, Illinois, somewhere. She called me and was like, I bought a brand new computer. I'm not making this up. I swear. She called me and said, literally, I bought a brand new computer and I need help hooking this up. And when people call me, I go right into basically sale. I don't go to nobody's house do anything until they pay me first. I literally use the same model as far as how Geek Squad does it. They don't come to your house until you pay them. Okay. Now I offer money back guarantee. I got receipts to prove that. But the thing is that I don't go to anyone's house. In any of my businesses, service wise, I don't do anything without you paying first, because whether it be an estimate or just paying for the service, I'm not calling you, emailing you until I get that. So I'll call you back and talk to you about, maybe, because that is, I was kind of talking about a lot of things in a video prior about business. That is a warm lead when someone calls your number. So whenever someone in business calls your number, that is a warm lead. And what you're trying to do is turn that warm lead into a hot lead, which would be basically closing the sale. So I don't, like I said, this guy had a problem with paying first, and a lot of people do have a problem with paying first. I mean, my business is kind of like even below the seed as far as investment stage. I actually just created a Crunchbase profile today for all of my startups that I'm working on. I'm gainfully employed, so yeah, I'd rather just take the potential sale and throw it in the trash can by not just going to their house and then doing work and then get paid prior. I used to do that, but I'm gonna tell you, it's been a few experiences where I have not gotten paid for my services, or it was just a situation where it was just like I had to, take care of some things. Let's just say I had to really get my money, So yeah, I do prepaid services just like most companies do prepaid services. So yeah, this guy had a problem with that. But back to the lady, she basically was I went right into when she was saying she bought a brand new computer. I mean, basically, that's not my problem. You bought a brand new computer. I'm happy you bought a brand new computer. But yeah, so if you need my services to hook up that computer for an on-site technician, whether it be me or someone else, that's $170, man. And she went in meltdown mode because, and then also just she was insane. I don't know what was going on at the time, but anyway, she was like, I just bought this computer. Why would I pay for anybody to come out and I mean, I'm like, man, you got people that legitimately think everything should be free. Like people literally in their mind, like they believe stuff is supposed to be free 99. You supposed to help them. You supposed to give you the shirt off your back, your underwear, your socks, and everything. Like, and I mean, this woman obviously was crazy, but I've never even got a call in my over 10 years in business. I ain't never got nobody say that you need to just come help me for free. And never bought any of my services or anything. Like that was just extremely weird. But I did not have that on any recording, unfortunately. But I mean, yeah, I get some weird calls, but I'm gonna, this guy's gonna finish up talking here.
Thanks, I'll do next time. God help me. We will finally get this over with. Okay. Oh boy. Thanks a million. All right.
Okay, he put it on God, so he probably gonna be calling me ready to close the sale because I mean he put it on God. Once somebody put something on God, man, you gotta believe it. You gotta believe he gonna call back. But I don't know, man. Maybe probably go to another Best Buy. It wouldn't be nothing stranger than that. But I'm gonna play it again for someone that haven't really listened to it, and I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna run my mouth. I'm just gonna play it from start to finish.
Multiple services. So, for example, the last service call I did, the guy he needed 2 computers repaired. So that included that with the 170.
Oh, okay. I'm not far from that myself. I see. Okay. I just want to make sure this was in your alley. I don't know. When I come to Best Buy, the results are often disappointing. I told him to ask him something simple to transfer some videos that I recorded myself, and he says the same doesn't know why he can't get them onto the memory card. All he can do is transfer them to the phone. That's not what I want. Most damn car, he doesn't know how.
Most Best Buy techs are 1 to 2 years of experience. They get some experience at Best Buy and then they just go work in corporate America, make 3 to 4 times as much. So they just they have a lot of entry level technicians.
I like to learn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, entry level. That's putting it mildly.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't know. Every time I come here, I'm usually disappointed with the results.
Yeah,
Every time I come here,
I have 14 years of experience in computer support.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't see. We need to class these guys. Lord,
I already did that, sir. I already did that, sir. I did that back in 2008. I worked for CPS. I was a computer teacher.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir.
Well, they still need your services. They have a lot more to learn.
Sure.
Next time, once and for all, they let finally get this schedule. I've been so overwhelmed with all these damn bills and everything else. We haven't been able to get this I'm rather anxious to do so.
Okay.
It's been it hasn't been the best of years so far. But,
Yeah.
but yes, so things I'll do next time, God help me, we will finally get this over with.
Okay.
Oh boy, thanks a million.
All right.
Million, my man.
All right, there you have it. Customer friendly. But yeah, I mean, it's the thing is that a lot of people, they probably would have hung up the phone on customer friendly. It's been times that I've had to talk to some people. I had quite a few phone calls with people. You know, I mean, it just sometimes I've cold called, and then that's a reminder. Let me write that down. I need to start getting back to cold calling again, because one thing I'll tell you, you struggling businessman, you do need to cold call. You just gotta cold call. I can't say it anymore. Cold calling is the I mean, it literally can make you or break you. I'm trying to kind of get myself together and try to deal with things and stuff, but also um I'm reminding a lot of times about things when I just kind of put myself out there like this. That one thing I'll say is you need to cold call. One thing as well, if you get a sale, like if you're having a problem trying to find a job, sales is always hiring. Okay. Sales is gonna always hire. The thing is that even I would need someone to sell, because what I make, literally, if I make a couple service calls in my actual computer business and a few remote repairs, I would be able to legitimately have a situation where my job is no longer really something I would need immediately, because even though I like my job and blah 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 blah, it doesn't take much with my computer support business to literally be out the door and back in the same type of role that I was years prior, and I know better and I'm wiser to actually do things well and basically go to the moon, because your thing is that it doesn't take that many service calls for that to happen. It doesn't take that much as far as marketing, cold calling, door knocking, stuff like that, or setting up a booth, things that I should have done years before. But let's just say I just had problems doing it. I hate calling people to strangers and stuff like that. I'm more apt to doing that. I will say this, a lot of times people don't really want you calling them. It is something that is not good, but let's just say marketing is going to help you take your business to the next level. It's really important. So all it takes is some marketing, and it legit will be a situation where I either have to hire someone to help me to basically run these calls that I'll be getting, or I just have to be like, is there any way I could work remote? I'd have to call my contract company and be like, you know what, this is the deal. Hey, I got a business. It's kind of taking off. I want to help, and I'm able to help and continue on in the facet that I am doing, but I'm getting in a lot of business. And if it's a way that I can work more remote, and then also maybe go in the office instead of the days I go in, maybe for just brief periods, because or just an hour or two, or just one day, or just kind of like come up with a structure where I could do both. But I'm making too much money outside of my job, and I appreciate this opportunity, but I mean, this is just a personal matter that just kind of sprung up, and whatever the case may be, you don't want to lose, you don't want to just leave no job, because unless you know for sure, you just gotta just do it. You could do it, but that's very highly unprofessional, especially with the job that I got, because the job that I have, it was a smooth transition, because the guy knew he was going to another location, and he was going to his visa expired pretty much, right? So he trained me for about a couple weeks. I already knew the guy because I did some work with him. But the thing is, you don't want to just leave no job. You want to train the person that they hire to take over, because you want them to actually learn the role and everything like that, so it could be a situation where at least they can't say this dude is just a unprofessional person, and you'll have problems down the road. But like I said, a lot of that is marketing. You gotta market, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, I mean, if you cold call as a businessman, if you selling services, products that a business basically is offering, like basically knowing your customer, like knowing what your customers need, knowing what they look like, what type of business they might have, what type of problems they might have. Like, for example, I sell a lot of ED pills, natural ED, enhancement pills, sex guide. So with that, a lot of older men, those are my market, 40 plus, okay, 35 plus. Even in nowadays, because of so much fast food and so many clogged arteries and all kind of stuff going on, you want to really say 30 plus. So my market is 30 plus. So I could literally go and Google, put in an ad for 30 plus to all the way to whatever age. That's my market. But the thing is that I've tried Google. I was unsuccessful in converting any sales with Google. Okay, I just wasn't. I wasn't necessarily successful in those endeavors. I'm going to try some other things. And then I'm also going to be talking about Google as far as like my experience with paying the money I was paying to Google versus paying the money I was paying with Yelp, and what return I got from those two marketing methods. Because I can tell you with Google, all I got was just conversions on my website, because my herbs business, I just get a lot of conversions as far as people hitting links and stuff, but I don't get that many sales, if not any. So it wasn't really worth it as far as Google. But Yelp, I got one customer, another potential customer that you heard. I mean, it was kind of, I guess it was better than Google, but I paid a whole bunch of money. But it definitely was not worth it. I could have did a radio ad. I could have did a couple spots for the radio ad and basically had a bigger return. Because see, another thing is like radio, you guys, you don't think of radio. People listen to the radio. You put a radio ad on. I used to work for a radio station in Chicago, WVON. I worked there for about 3 to 4 months. And part of the deal was I do the work, they give me radio ads. Well, when it came time to convert those radio ads, I was pretty much printing money. I was, yeah, it was ongoing from there. And then I told them, basically I was working too much and just doing my store. And I was like, you got to kind of give me a salary, like give me a monthly check or something. And then after that, it was like, they couldn't really afford it. They had a lot of stuff going on. So they also needed somebody that knew networking. I didn't really at the time, I was kind of green on that, but they, I just pretty much, just went my separate way with that. But yeah, man, it definitely, radio ads is what you gonna need, man. If you got the loot, you could spend some radio ads for whatever product or service. You can make some bread. You can write it off as a deduction on your taxes. It's worth it if you got the money to do it, because radio ads typically are very expensive. Another thing is TV ads and billboard ads. That's a thing that is also even better. The thing is all of these things I'm telling you, I plan on doing these things in the not too distant future. And these things, man, is gonna separate you from your phone ringing and your website converting sales, and you having to hire people because you got so much work, to not having nothing, to having a pocket, full of lint. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ways you can do advertising. So, sometimes it's kind of like difficult because you work in a 9 to 5 and you transitioning to actually being a side hustle from a job. Well, you just kind of have to get to stuff later. I ain't gonna tell you how many times it might be 6 to 7 months. It might be the following year that I have to do something that I was trying to do 6 or 7 months ago. Sometimes it's like that because things get busy and then things kind of slow down. When things slow down, that's the time to do stuff that you wanted to do, 3 or 4 years ago, or 6 months ago, 9 months ago. Another thing I'm trying to do is work on scheduling, because a lot of things kind of like organization wise is better when you start scheduling, because like I'm gonna put my other channel with my my startup. I'm gonna be over there. I ain't gonna be over here that much because I'm gonna be over there talking about startups and stuff like that. And one of the things about me being a CEO, I'm gonna have to be able to schedule things out and whatnot. And definitely that's gonna be needed. Gonna definitely need to be scheduling things out accordingly. So let's see here. I'm gonna get my other channel, because this is where I'm gonna be once I get things off the ground with just basically my business basically. So yeah, like I say, I just started the Crunchbase this just today. So basically I'm up. Everybody can see it. The whole world can see. Owls Enterprises is up. So definitely want to, you want to check that out. I'm gonna put that, if I can find it. Let me see here. I think it's 2 different words. It's not all one word. So it's Owls Enterprises. Okay, so let's see here. We got some oh no, that dude, he's new. He's older than I have. So we got a couple people with the same channel name. Let's see here. But anyway, I'm gonna drop the link, man, while I'm looking for this. Actually, in case you want to talk about, business, customer service experiences if you worked in customer service, you know, because like, yeah, customer, like a lot of jobs are in customer service. Sales, you can almost guarantee you're gonna get a job. You're gonna get a job in customer service. If you know, if you can't get a job in customer service, pretty much sales is guaranteed. You could literally reach out to me. I got a little money to give you, a little bit. I can basically give you little money for basically, like, let's just say, if you wanted to, you got to show me your resume though. If you wanted to basically start a sales job, I would give you commission off of each sale that you give me. I'll give you a commission of like 20%. Each sale you give, you get 20%. Plus, I could set it up to where you get maybe after a while, you get like a bonus of like a supplemental bonus of like, I don't know, a couple $100 a month or something like that, depending on performance. I mean, a lot of things is based off of performance. Like, you know, I drive and I'm, you know, moving and shaking and I be thinking, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is that a lot of times with men versus women, okay, obviously women, if they like you, they're gonna, like, you know, not only open themselves up to you, but also, you know, open up to like hiring you for their job, for their business, whatever, right? Well, with men look at other men as competitors. Okay. I've talked about that in previous videos, right? We're competitors, right? We're always competing. Even a nerd, he's looking at another nerd as competition. Okay. That's just the nature of men. A lot of times with men, you have to come on board as what is called the loss leader. The loss leader. And what that means is you come on, not even so much as a, let's just say, not loss leader, but a volunteer. A lot of times you have to volunteer. You have to like be like, hey man, I see you need a janitor. Literally, man, I'm not making this up, man. Like, I see you need a janitor. I see you got this office. You need kind of like an office janitor slash you know, person to fill in the coffee, put in, you know, put the pastries in, make sure the trash is thrown out, just kind of like the little stuff. Now I could do this, you know, for just volunteer because I want to help you out. I see you struggling, and I know that you need help, and you know, I know you probably don't trust me and you don't have that much money to offer, but I see that you need help, and I could probably, you know, do a little bit of help to help your business out. And then basically that's going to help you make more money and be more confident in your business because you got somebody actually doing janitorial services, and I could just volunteer. Now, here's the thing. Most people this is beneath them. They don't want to volunteer. Okay. Yo, like, you know, I'm a dad, right? So my children, if they start a business, Pops is going to be a volunteer. It's no question. They ain't even got to talk to me about it. I'm going to do it. Right. So with just that aspect, being a volunteer, you getting in the business, you getting in the job already as a volunteer. And this goes to big companies as well. You get in as a volunteer, you become the runt of everybody's jokes. You become the goofy janitor that does this for almost nothing. But after a while, this is a couple things you got to think about. You're going to be basically in this business. You're going to be learning things, hearing things, and you're going to be helping out. And then the guy's going to pretty much, his guitar strings is going to start, you're going to start playing because guitar strings. And basically, unless he's a cold-hearted just prick, he's going to give you a couple money. He's going to reach in his wallet. Basically, you're going to keep your head down and be humble and just continue doing this work for as long as you can. Then he's going to give you $100 one day. The next day, he's going to get, and then after a while, he's going to be like, you know what? I talked to the wife. I talked to, my pastor, whatever. And, what you're doing a commendable job, and we're going to pay you a salary. We don't have that much to give you. We can only give you minimum wage. And what you're going to do is you're going to take that job. This is if you really need a job. And you're going to take it. I mean, you're already just basically just sitting up, just being a couch potato. You don't really have much to lose. Okay. You might even be in a worse situation than that. So basically what you'll do is you'll take the minimum wage job, and then you'll try to, if the business is something that's like a salesman job or something like that, you're going to say, hey, I can still do the janitorial services, but I want to try, sales. I want to try to cold call for you. And you basically everybody, okay, the common word in the whole United States is finesse, right? The whole world knows American linguistics slang that you're finessing this situation. Obviously, it's a finesse, but it's a finesse that been going on for before I was born. That's literally how a lot of people have gotten their jobs. They've been volunteering. Not everybody gets a job from volunteering, but you might get a job. Okay. It depends on the situation. I'm not going to say if you work for a non-for-profit and volunteer, you're going to get a job. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a situation where it's a for-profit company and you volunteer. Yeah. If you help that company, they're going to have hellified karma to not give you any type of help with getting a job if money starts to accumulate after you've helped them accumulate it by basically offering your service or whatever you're doing for little to nothing. So that's a kind of a way you can get on board with men that might be somewhat successful and could basically they don't necessarily want to hire you on. A lot of times men, you have to kind of you have to guitar their ego a little bit. You offer the services for free, and then after a while you get something else as far as maybe a full-time job. You work your way up, and then after a while, don't be nobody's push pin. What I mean by that is don't just have somebody just throwing pins at you and just not giving you nothing and just humiliating you. But at the same time, you volunteer, if you even offer your services for a lower charge. After a while, if you scale up, you could actually kind of transition into where you kind of wanted to be, and maybe even kind of work your way up, because basically a lot of people have just startups. They don't have regular businesses. They just have startups. So when it comes to actually helping out others in their business, they need the help anyways. They just don't have the right person to help them out. So when you come in on a board like that, that actually helps them out, and a lot of times that's just how a lot of startups work. People come in on board and they're interns or whatever the case may be, paid interns or unpaid interns, and they end up getting company shares and so on and so forth, and the rest is history. I mean, this is like talk that I've had back when I had my business, like over 10 years ago. You mean to tell me that Airbnb didn't have interns? Okay, when they first started, you best believe they did, or Uber or whoever. And then now some of those people are, very, very highly successful. Because the thing about it is, I'm gonna tell you guys that is even thinking about whatever you're thinking about, whether it be IT or whatever. I'm gonna tell you, you ain't gonna be able to hardly get no job unless you're extremely lucky, or in the right place at the right time in IT, unless you have experience. The experience is the goal. Okay. If you have degrees and this and that, yeah, that's good. But if you ain't got that experience, a cat like me gonna come up with that 10 years experience, 5 years experience, and then I know how to be marketable and I know how to sell myself. Basically they gonna give me the job. It don't matter what the case is, because I got the experience. What would you want to hire to work on your house? A plumber that just came out of plumbing school, or a plumber that been in the business for 8 years? Most people gonna want that 8-year plumber. Okay. The plumber that already got, dirt in between his fingernails. He just coming from a job site. His truck is rusty. And he's got freaking sewage in his eyeballs. I mean, yeah, that's who you gonna hire, man, for your plumber, man. Not some dude straight out of plumbing school. So it's just like that. But this, I put the link as far as my channel right here is for Al's Enterprises. I'm definitely gonna try to work on my dress game, because this channel is definitely a professional channel. So my aspirations, I would just say, is to just have some type of office building. Just need an office building, ideally with a couple spaces, and then I can get a couple of my seed projects off the ground. Now the thing is that don't give up. No matter what you're doing, I don't care what you're doing, do not give up. Just keep at it, because I'm gonna tell you, I done been at the bottom. I done been at the rock bottom. I done spit out blood, guts. Throw up. I done went through all kind of stuff, man. I done been through all kind of stuff, and I ain't give up, man. I didn't give up on my thoughts, my dreams, my aspirations. I still have them. And a lot of what you seeing now is basically stuff that I've been thinking of for years. And I just, haven't gotten off the ground. It just, as long as you don't give up, I don't care if you got like some of my websites. I don't really get any sales, but you know what? I will, because at the end of the day, it's just a matter of momentum and consistency. Just nobody knows me yet. That's all the difference is. Nobody knows you. Or if they know you, they're not. Either you got two types of people. You got people that they know they can't use you because they know the game. I think one of those people just dropped off because I had an eyeball. Shit, man. These people, man, I'm telling you, you got some wicked people, man, in this world. Evil people. They're seek, and they're on a seek and destroy mission. Okay, like those people, when they see they can't use you, and they got millions of dollars and billions of dollars, whatever, they can't use you. You that smart dude, or that smart woman, that you might be broke, but you could probably run their company better than they can. They're gonna go and just watch you. But the other people that got the money, they just might just be too busy or whatever. They just, what I'm saying, their motives is just profit. If they think that you're somebody that could make them some money, I mean, you proved yourself, they will fund your business. And then next thing you know, things are off the ground and they're running. You just got to get to that point. You have to, that's why meditation is very important. You know, I have this nice little fish tank. If you got a nice house, man, a decent house, I mean, if you have a fish tank like this, man, I mean, this is going to help you, man. When you come home, you know, and you sitting at the couch, you could just sit and just focus and just look at this fish tank with these beautiful fish from the ocean, and just, man, be like, you know, depress and de-escalate, and you know, just pretty much have some ambiance. I mean, yeah, the world is tough. I mean, I'm not going to tell you the world is going to get any tougher or smoother. You got to make it as smooth as you can, you know. But the thing is that don't give up, you know. Don't give up. Don't, you know, I kind of can feel this retrograde kind of like going you know, away a little bit. But, you know, don't give up, man. You know, a lot of people have, you know, pretty much killed their dreams by basically giving up, you know. So anyways, I'm gonna get off of here. I got the link here, and I'll put it at the description of this video. And you know, you guys pretty much you know, like I say, just don't give up.